Alright.
What's up?
It's here. We're here.
What's up?
Alright, already messing up. Wrestlemania season is over and the pinnacle of wrestling is here. How about that?
Yeah, Wrestlemania.
Looks so small.
Wrestlemania.
Diamonds are forever.
Too sweet.
Boom.
Too sweet. Too sweet. Suck it.
Shit broken or something?
Diamond Dallas Page.
Bang!
DDP.
Indie Taker. Nick Jackson. The Lord of Darkness. Oh my god.
Alright, so we have made it. We are at WrestleMania. Well,
Not at
quite,
WrestleMania,
but
but
you know,
at WrestleMania.
we're not paying and we're still getting to see it. So.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Hey.
But we got a match card to talk about. We got some futuristic opportunities to talk about, and we got some past to talk about because that's what it's all about, right?
So, I mean, let's start with the past, man. Past,
What's up,
present, future.
Yes, sir.
Let's go.
All right, take it away.
Okay. Okay. Just to shoot the shit, I guess. What was you guys like top 5 favorite manias?
Okay, yeah. Personalize it.
Yeah, personalize it. Throw it in.
Okay.
You want to start?
Let's
How
go.
do you want to do it?
I can't do a 5.
Just
I can't do a 5
Let's
like
do-
right off the top.
Let's
like
do like top 3 storyline / matches for us. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay. Just matches.
Matches / storyline, like big things in our life or our wrestling experience that was like big to us. You know, the reason
Not
maybe we
just
got into
WrestleMania.
it. Not just like the whole card, but like
Yeah, Mania.
specific things that
Just
are
Mania.
Just Mania.
like, yeah.
Okay.
So 3 big stories, Mania wise. Damn.
Well, for me, I haven't watched every WrestleMania. I've only watched like WrestleMania since 07, 08 type of stuff. So I would have to say most of the Undertaker matches, like the ones with Shawn Michaels, Triple H, even the Brock Lesnar one.
So good.
Yeah,
I love the Shawn ones.
yeah, those got me into like really watching WrestleMania every single year. When Shawn came out in the all white, like the angel.
That was pretty sick.
I love that.
That was dope. Undertaker came out with all his like moguls, I guess. I don't even know what to call them. His henchmen,
Druids.
his druids.
Yeah, the druids.
Druids. Yeah, that was pretty awesome. Awesome match too. Ridiculous match.
I guess my first one would be the first storyline, WrestleMania storyline I ever remember. And I've talked about this before. Randy Orton against Undertaker.
Ooh, that was
Because
that was
I was
legit.
really starting to get into it. As a kid, the story was still very, very prevalent to me. And it was important that I was involved kind of emotionally and mentally because the wrestling aspect wasn't the main point of it for me at that point. So seeing Undertaker in his, entering his prime, I think, at the time, and Randy Orton, the technical machine that he was, and he was playing the cocky little kid at the time. And then seeing Cowboy Bob Orton, throw a little history in there. He played a big part in that whole thing. And I think the psychological warfare that took place, especially at my age at the time, was like, that hit me like, this is some good TV, So I started to fall for the entertainment aspect of WWE at the time when I first saw that. And the match itself, I was rooting for Randy Orton so hard because I was an Orton fan. I was a big Orton fan. And I was like, man, this legend killer, he's got to do it. He's got to beat the streak. And at the time, the streak was just starting to become a huge thing. Yeah. Actually, that was the first match where it was referenced, where they were like, oh my gosh, he is freaking
Flair.
Not only...
I think the first match was when he went 10-0.
I know
Flair.
when the streak
Flair?
being undefeated was a reference, but they did not use it as a huge thing for the match itself. Because Randy, the legend killer, was had taken down all these guys that were
Legends.
amazing, amazing in the ring, amazing in history.
Mm-hmm.
But then the streak, he took it. It was a personal journey to defeat the streak for him. That was the main prerogative of the storyline. So I think that was when it really escalated both their careers.
Randy Orton's prime is top 5 all time in my opinion. But
Randy Orton was so good.
So
back then.
good.
Man.
he takes like a half a year off now every year. So
Yeah, he gets hurt, and then when you're 35, injuries tend to take a while to come back from.
You know, most of those wrestlers are like 40 though. Like, you look at the roster.
They're in the late 30s.
Late 30s, 40s.
Usually, the only ones in the 40s are what? Triple H.
Mhm.
AJ's hitting 40 now.
Is AJ 40?
No,
He
he's
just
like
got
38,
signed.
39.
30.
He's
Well,
pretty damn
hitting
close.
40.
Yeah.
Getting
But
ready.
most wrestlers, like, they don't really get a start until their
Yeah,
30s.
28, 30.
Yeah.
I think Jeff Hardy and Matt Hardy were like
That's
the
why
youngest
primes are
ones
so
to
short.
get signed for real.
They were like the youngest,
19.
like to get that over. They were like 20 when they were
Yeah.
like at
19,
the top
20,
of
yeah.
their peak. Like my favorite storyline going into a Mania probably. Man, it's so tough because man, like looking back on it, like I did miss a little bit. Like I guess it was like 24, and I didn't see that Mania. I didn't see 25 or 26, and those were like two big ones because of Undertaker and Shawn.
Yeah.
But like one of my favorite ones ever, and it still is, and it's because it's the first one. It's Rock Austin.
Yep.
17.
I was
That
going to
was-
say that one too.
That was my first one, and like storyline wasn't a big thing, but it was like if you go back and look at the story and you go back and look at the promos and you look at all that leading up to it, that's like the top. Nothing's ever topped that.
That's
Like
Rock.
with the Limp Bizkit thing and like
Yeah.
like that's just the coolest promo ever, and like that's they're not. I don't think they'll ever top that. That's just that good. But now when you look back on it and you look at like Rock and Austin and where they were at the time, it's like, man, that's the best one.
Yeah, looking back.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
pretty
Rock
lucky.
Austin. That's the two top superstars
Maybe in the history.
maybe in the
business.
history. Yeah.
Yeah, like 19 was really good, but like, man, I don't think it'll ever top what 17 was.
I don't-
'cause, Man, they were that's them at the prime of their career.
I don't know which
And
one.
the first is always the best.
I don't know which one it was because I don't really pay attention to the numbers of
Try
WrestleMania
to find it,
basically. But I was just watching like the best of Vince McMahon versus Austin
Mhm.
and the Shane series and whatnot. And Rock was with the corporation and
Oh, that's 15.
was that
Yeah,
15?
That's 15.
But like
That was so good.
Austin had to face him at WrestleMania that year. That was
Mhm.
15, so they faced 3 times.
3 times.
Oh man, damn.
Austin went over the first 2, and then his last match was at 19 against The Rock.
Yeah,
Coordinating the Rock.
that's pretty good.
So that's got to be my favorite like storyline
Mm-hmm.
of all time. I guess honorable mentions, man, that'd be like
Yeah, what's our other two that we won't go in depth, but two ones that stuck out to you? There's so many.
there are
Yeah,
so
there are.
many. I mean, I kind of feel like you're probably gonna take it, so I'm not gonna say
I
it.
don't want to go for it.
But
I'll
I mean,
just
man, like 22
add it on.
with like Ray and Kurt.
Yeah.
Ray's push to the top, like that. Man, that'll forever be like, that'll always tug at your heart. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Because man, it was so sad losing Eddie,
Mm-hmm.
but it was
Mhm.
awesome seeing Ray get his time. You know what I mean? That's
Yeah,
big.
he definitely took a little bit away from the mourning of the loss of Eddie.
Yeah.
Yep.
And Chavo didn't get much of a run at all, so
No.
it was all on Ray's shoulders.
I mean-
Him and Batista carried the load of Eddie's memory for a while.
And
Mhm.
like, speaking of Chavo like that, that's kind of like Cody Rhodes.
Yeah.
Like after Dusty passed away, they don't even really.
No, they didn't give him anything.
Yeah, I thought they
They
would
gave
at
him
They gave
least
him one
like
night.
pushed
that
him.
was BS, man. Like,
One night.
Yeah.
They gave Chavo one night
But
too.
if you think about it, they never really cared about the roads.
they didn't.
They,
They
they
cared
really
about
didn't
Dusty.
get along.
well,
Dusty was
Yeah.
cool.
I mean, their relationship began competitively. You know, he
Yeah.
competed against Dusty Rhodes, and he was losing until he bought him out and said, "Hey, come on over here."
Man, if they would have been smart, man, they would have played the legacy a little bit better. Because
Dude,
that
no,
That's
legacy.
Ray Jones.
that's
Yeah.
your that's
Oh
your
my God.
thing. But yeah, dude,
They
like
couldn't play that
26,
better.
the triple threat, that could have been so much better.
Could have built a superstar.
I feel like it was good. Oh, you talking about like coming out of that, like
Mhm.
Cody or
DiBiase.
DiBiase? Who remembers DiBiase anymore?
He's a
mean,
lawyer
he's
now.
so-
Yeah, but like, yeah, they could have, they should have got a bigger push after that, like in singles competition.
Dude, can you imagine like them splitting up,
Mm-hmm.
Randy getting a big push and being world champion, and then at 27 you have Cody versus Randy for the title. Dude, that's main event material.
Yeah, yeah. Like me and you on the same page. Cody can
Cody,
wrestle. I don't
he's
really care
so
for this
good.
Stardust character, but Cody can still wrestle. Like
He's really good.
yeah, but yeah. I think Legacy couldn't have been done any better. Like the whole like through the duration of their whole like group. Basically, like, what was that? 1-2 years,
Mhm.
maybe even 3.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, where they just like took over. Randy was in his prime. Like I literally tuned into Raw every week just to watch Randy Orton. Like
The cool thing with it though is like Raw and SmackDown at the time they were almost ready to just be one like they are now and not a separate brand. So like I almost think that like one or the two, like SmackDown or Raw, decided to do the whole like, oh, let's give a big superstar two guys that are kind of irrelevant. Because they had, what was it, Edge and Ryder and Hawkins?
Mm-hmm.
And then at the same time you had Randy and DiBiase and Rhodes.
I don't remember Edge right now.
So that was like,
Yeah,
that was actually like really cool because you had like a big superstar, or whether it be Edge or Randy Orton, and then you had two younger guys that were working at it. But I think Rhodes and DiBiase, it was so much more on them because, man, like their parents.
Yeah.
Like that's Dusty's kid and that's, Ted DiBiase Sr.'s
Like,
kid.
Wasn't it at the point where like Randy had the world title and the DiBiase and Rhodes had the tag team
titles.
title?
Yeah.
See, they need to do that more, like especially like with teams like especially with like the Wyatts. They should do that. Bray should get the championship
They had
at
a
some
tag at one
point.
point, and then Bray was competing at that level, and then they just bumped him.
Like that will push the Wyatts just over the top.
And they can't even say that they did that with the Shield because the
they
tag
didn't.
titles are more relevant than the U.S. title.
U.S. Yeah.
Like the U.S. title doesn't.
He didn't even wear it sometimes.
He didn't even come
Exactly,
out with it.
exactly.
Yeah, that penny tag title.
Exactly, but they were like the thing about the Shield is like they were equals. There was no no real leader, so you can't give one the world heavyweight championship.
That's true.
So, but with like the Wyatts or Legacy or Evolution, where there actually was a leader, one deserves the title, and then the other two deserves like a tag title, something like that, just to push the whole group over and be like, wow, it'd be a storyline that you can like tune into.
Right,
so now that
we'll talk about that.
I was going to go into.
Let's go with finish up the WrestleMania match topic, and then we'll switch off to the next topic.
WrestleMania matches.
Because we'll go to a separate video for that one.
So I guess what was your
last honorable mention? I guess the first is the best for me, just because it was so impactful. I think just WrestleMania 21 as a whole was the one that really made it for me. I could point to. It was Triple H Batista as his coronation.
John Cena, JBL.
Cena, JBL.
Eddie and Ray.
Yeah, kicking off the show, I believe.
Kurt and Sean. Yeah,
was
that was on there. Kurt and Sean.
Yeah,
it was a stacked card.
It was a nice card. It was my first
Randy,
Mania that was actually paying attention to. So that was big for me. I would point to retroactively, because I didn't watch it at the time, but Edge Taker was pretty awesome. And that's just, it's kind of sad you look back and Edge was really great at the prime of his career. He had hit his full stride. He was so savvy in the ring, but he was also in pretty good physical shape coming into that feud. And then by the end of it, his body was done, and he had to retire at really, he wins the world title finally. He lost the world title to Taker at Mania, but he had his moment after capturing it and holding on to it for a decent amount of time. And then, losing to Taker, main event of WrestleMania, is the ultimate good job. You've made it when you've done that.
And being such a big Edge fan like I was, I really am sad that I missed 24 live. Because, I don't know why I stopped watching it. I just did. And then, that same WrestleMania, the first one that I missed, is the one where he main events for the very first time. So, looking back on that, it sucks, but...
Yeah. And an Undertaker main events is rare.
Yeah.
He rarely made main events, really anything. You know, he was always the second guy.
Mhm.
And that's what makes him so great almost. He never had the expectations and excitement that comes along with main events, but he still put on the best show of the night 9 times out of 10.
And like you hear Edge talk about that moment, like man, like when he goes up to do like the whole thing in his entrance,
Yeah.
like his hands going numb and his arms going numb, like that's
Do they really?
Huh?
They go numb every time they go up like that?
no, like it was
No,
just because that
yeah.
moment was like so special, like walking out in front of all those
time,
people in
yeah.
the main event of Mania, like his arms went numb because
And
he
his
was
arms
like
went
so
numb for the wrong
excited.
reasons later on in
Yeah.
the match.
Gosh,
Later on, yeah.
that's awesome. I think a match for me would actually be a recent match. It was Reigns Lesnar
Reigns,
That
was
was so good.
actually
with
really good.
Seth Rollins.
We were the only two that called that, dude.
Still in the show, yeah. Still in the show. That was a great match.
We were
Just
actually-
because I don't really remember too much like technical wise, like
It
wrestling
was a
wise.
street fight.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was pretty much a street fight. At the same time, like Seth Rollins just coming in, stealing the show.
It was the bow on top.
Yeah, that was just awesome.
Physical
And
fight.
he didn't even come in and like just take an easy pin when somebody was down.
Mhm.
He came in and actually wrestled
Yeah, it
for
was
a
a
good
2-minute fight at the
yeah
end.
for a little bit, and that was pretty awesome. And virtually nobody saw that coming.
I loved the because it was like 2 curb stomps to Lesnar, and then he went for the
Mhm.
third, and he went into that F5, and
Yeah.
Reigns
Yeah.
speared
He
him.
jumped into a curb stomp and
Yeah.
caught him with
Mhm.
the F5.
Yeah. And then like you have that moment, and then Rollins like jumps out of it, and then the curb stomp to Reigns. I was man.
Yeah.
Like,
You thought for
serious-
sure Brock was going over once he got him up. It's like, all right,
Yeah.
there it goes.
Yep.
Exactly.
Yep. I really thought he tore his ACL too.
Really?
Yeah, because that Reigns spear looked so nasty. Like,
Yeah.
man, that was like probably his best spear.
Yeah.
Well,
Reigns
because you got that adrenaline, you're going, I
Yeah.
got one chance
Yeah.
to make an
Yeah.
impact.
He killed that spear right there. I remember it.
Definitely.
I mean, that was
Brock was bleeding like 30 seconds into that match because Reigns' fists were flying at his face. And I'm sure Brock told him, hey, come out and hit me hard early. Establish dominance, establish
Well-
physicality.
Well, Lesnar already doesn't. He's one of the guys that like, if you sandbag in his match, if you don't hit him hard,
Yeah.
if you mess up anything, like he will take it out on
Go
you.
right back
Like
at
he
you.
will
Like
like
Triple H.
if you say you go to punch him in the face and it's like a spot,
Mhm.
and you just barely punch him in the face, he'll get pissed off and just like elbow you in the
He'll
face
punch you harder
with
and
you
say,
not
hey,
knowing it.
come on, let's go.
Like, yeah.
Because he's performing 6 nights a year, really. He wants to put on a show every freaking time.
Ask Hardcore Holly about that, man. That's
Yeah, don't
mess
like
with
he
Brock.
sandbagged Brock and he freaking broke his neck.
Oh, gosh.
He just dropped them.
Oh my god.
All right, we can wrap this one up here. We'll come back with another topic in about 35 seconds.
That's right.
Keep flying. Keep